welcome to the Chamber of the Wraith. My name is Brian, and today we're gonna bring the thunder in an electrifying episode of the Ability Almanac. That's right, the God of Thunder will have his abilities looked at. Not Thor. Get that blonde out of here. Today, we're looking at hats and staffs and other crazy electrical things as Raiden gets cataloged in the Ability Almanac. Just a quick preface, this and Garrus are going to be the last Ability Almanacs that are scheduled in the way that they are, because I'm going to move to a new schedule with those guys and the crushing catalogs, but you'll see more in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, let's get to it.
Raiden is known for long-range techniques, and with his new staff, can really bring the pain at range with great footsies. Electric Current helps with that. It's a quick, or relatively quick, low staff poke, and it is a true low that can hit at this range. Meter Burning Electric Current allows for a powerful spark that launches the opponent into the air for combo potential. Or maybe not. It just looks like a pop-up, but it really isn't. I hate it when moves do that. Anyway, Spark Port is a teleport. And yes, you have to equip this thing. You do have to equip these teleports in order to utilize it, and it's 2 slots. Amplifying the Spark Port allows for an MK9 style deal where Raiden will actually teleport twice and can be used in interjection with the other spark ports in order to mix the opponent up. Time to move on to the next loadout. Electric Burst is a powerful proximity. That's the other one. That's Storm Cell. Electric Burst is a powerful mid that doesn't have great range, but can hit on both sides and is proximity, which is a good way to allow Raiden to end combos to stagger opponents for potential zoning shenanigans. Storm Cell allows Raiden to hit with another proximity attack, but this one can be amplified, allowing you to do combos. Very handy indeed. And finally, we have Rolling Thunder. This low cloud travels across the screen, and if the opponent steps in it, they'll take damage over time, which can apply to Raiden's throws, allowing a throw to go from 14 to 18%, for instance. Amplifying Rolling Thunder allows the cloud to last a little bit longer and do the same amount of damage. I guess it's just more of a long amount of time thinking, wow, that is indeed a longer amount of time. We'll do a quick comparison. To see how long it takes. Oh, can I really only have one out at one time? Okay, so we're gonna run it through, and then we will see how long this lasts and how far, thusly, the Rolling Thunder cloud travels. I'll just get it closer so it's not super boring. I'm really glad that they made Raiden super duper tall. So it traveled a little further than full screen with the Amplify, meaning that there's more of an opportunity for Raiden to utilize the Rolling Thunder as a DOT amplifier in this potential example. Although it's a little bit difficult to do with the back throw. Time to move on to the next loadout. One thing I did forget to mention is with the Storm Cell and the Staff Slam, I can't believe I completely forgot what it was called. Title, quickly, help me. Is that they replaced 2 of Raiden's key abilities, Summon Lightning and Lightning Strike. So you have to keep that in mind if you're preparing loadouts. One thing that is also a replacement for a move is Super Bolt. This flying Superman punch replaces the electric fly. But this will have its own crushing blow, which we will detail in the crushing catalog. You can cancel it just like the electric fly, delay it, and amplify it for more damage, putting the opponent at full screen. Lightning Rod allows Raiden to plant his staff. This will do damage to the opponent if they're close by, and attract lightning attacks for a limited time, allowing moves to have redirected lightning. While it doesn't have the full range, this does mean that, for instance, if I plant the far version and hold the button in question, so I hold triangle or 2 for the summon lightning, it will always hit the staff, regardless of if it's the far version or the close version that I do as an input. So I can even mix it up. So I can do this one and then do this one. If the opponent does not know that you can choose whether to have this staff redirect the lightning bolt for extra damage or fake them out with it for maximum range, as hitting the lightning bolt drastically reduces the range of the attack. He can also recall this at any time so that he can have access to his staff-based moves. Is that true? Yeah, he totally loses his staff strings if he does that too. So if you want to use your staff moves, you're going to have to call this one back. And as mentioned, there are 3 different ranges. You have normal, close, and far. The final move we're going to look at will require a bit of programming, so please allow me. AI options, do this. I need to look at Kano's strings. Oh, of course. There we go. Okay, so this final ability is called Quick Charge. This allows Raiden, while he's blocking and has the move active, to charge up and take reduced chip damage in the process while the charge is active. As a matter of fact, it's actually half charge damage. He can then release it as a very quick sort of reversal. Granted, it doesn't have the greatest range in the world, but suppose the opponent has forced you into the corner, and they want to knock you down for some okizeme type situations. You can reversal with this attack in order to get them off of you, but it gets even better. You can amplify it to do even more damage. And as long as you have this charged up, your lightning attacks... Hang on a second. Okay, your lightning attacks do the same amount of damage. These extra lightning bolts hit on both sides of Raiden too. So if the opponent thinks to get crafty, then think again, Scorpion or Cetrion. Time to move on to the next loadout. Replacing Raiden's standard lightning is Joe Push. This attack does not have the standard range of the electric bolt. In fact, it's exactly half the range, which means you don't want to use this as a zoning tool. But what you can use it for is as a combo extender. Yeah, forward 2 will do it. Even if it isn't perfect. And you'll notice this will side switch, but only if it goes past the opponent. If it doesn't quite go past the opponent, Raiden will stay on the same side of the opponent. Meaning, supposing that Raiden is locked in the corner, he can set up for potential dangerous combo situations in the corner here. Time to move on to the final loadout. Oh, and Joe Push is a 2-slot ability as well. Possibly because of its range, side-switching potential, and the fact that this move can side-switch for combo launchers. Potentially, anyhow. The final ability Raiden has in his arsenal is the single slot answer to the Spark Port, Lightning Storm. Raiden will float in the air, menacingly approaching the opponent from the air. He is not helpless in this stance, of course. He can cancel at any time as he approaches the opponent. He can use Electric Stomp as a 9% overhead. Use Concentrated Strike as a faster mid. Hit air-to-air with Straight Strike. And amplify the attack once while in the air. Once per encounter. To add more damage. And allow for decent counters, because this is a very fast amplify. Boom! And suddenly you could move in safely to attack. You can even sort of attack early and try to catch the opponent before that third bolt hits. There's a second variant called Creeping Lightning Storm, where Raiden moves slightly slower. To show what I mean, keep in mind that Raiden will be in the air for the same amount of time, but note how far he travels in comparison. He doesn't travel much faster, but it could make all the difference for a surprise overhead! Now, we move on to the tournament legal variations. Thunderwave Raiden brings Storm Cell and Sparkport to the table. Raiden. And Raiden brings Electric Burst, which remember, replaces his Lightning Strike ability, Quick Charge, and Electric Current. After this Fatal Blow, we're going to look at frame data. I hope you enjoyed this video, don't forget to be awesome, and we'll see you next time. Hi, me again! I completely forgot to show something with Lightning Rod. If you amplify it, there will be a static field that will force the opponent... Oh wait, I can't use Jove Push either. That if the opponent steps into or out of, they take damage. And yes, that does mean you can set up potential crazy shenanigans. Here, I'll even show it to you now in one of the other variations. There we go. If you do plant the lightning rod and think, I'm gonna do it behind me just to try and stop teleporters. Nah, doesn't work like that. Back to frame data! I'm actually gonna leave myself in the party so that I can record stuff just in case I miss anything.
He has another variation, or he has another one, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, 5-frame links. Wait, no. Hang on. Hit advantage is 31, and the recovery is 36, so he's effectively left at -5 on hit. How wonderful. Time to work on crushing blows.